been through a lot. This 4th of July, we don't give up, America. We got a whole country full of Americans. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, they proved through the night that our flag was still there.
Case, and I'd like to welcome you to the neighborhood. I spend a lot of my days thinking about gardening.
I need to order flowers, and I need to have them delivered. Please send them to Selena Kyle.
Okay, what would you like on the card?
Put to Selena Kyle. Dear Selena. Common spelling.
Okay.
Dear Selena Kyle. I'm Batman.
And who do I say it's from?
From Batman. Just put Batman.
Dear Selena Kyle, I'm Batman.
From Batman.
From Batman.
On second thought, just put Vengeance.
Dude, I gotta put a real name.
Oh, put From Bruce.
I'm Batman. From Bruce. What's the account name under?
The name is under Bruce. My friend's account is under Bruce Wayne, close friend of mine. Yes, Bruce is a friend of mine. Put it on my account.
Oh, Bruce Wayne. He's a really good account of mine. Let me just call him and verify.
Our story begins in 1904, when I first had the idea to begin a YouTube channel that was made for science. But science that wasn't boring. I wanted it to be more like pseudoscience, with dick jokes. But how was I going to do it? Well, I did it the way that any other red-blooded American would. I loaded up my family into our car, and we drove out west, where I would strike it rich in gold. However, I didn't know what gold was, so I sold it all for $50. However, I bet that $50 in a game of poker, and I won 2 more $50. And I used that money to get married. That marriage didn't work out. So I put an ad in the paper. Hey, does anybody want to give me some money? And someone replied in the newspaper, which actually was kind of expensive in the day. They said, hey, I'm Vance. I'm your long-lost twin brother. We should meet up. So then we went to Gotham City and had coffee. While we were there, Vance told me this amazing tale. And Vance's tale actually begins even earlier than the first tale that began in 1904. The tale begins in 1836, when we were just children. Our father was an art thief, and he realized that he probably shouldn't be an art thief anymore. So he dug a hole in the ground and he filled it up with bats, and then put some boards over it. And then one night he got really drunk and fell down in it and became Batman. And then he left and went to Gotham City, and that's where he lives. And so my brother and I were separated when we were young, and here we are today. So there is Professor Presley, or Presley, who is the science one, and there is Vance, the, kind of loser one. I guess they're both kind of losers. Anyway, on with the tale. So, since we were separated, one of us was taken to a village in Cripple Creek, Colorado, where he was taught science and mining by a wizard named Gandalf. Anyway, Gandalf taught Presley all about science and nature and recycling and taking care of animals and being good to the earth, so that it will shower you with riches aplenty. And Vance was actually thrown onto a Greyhound bus, and that Greyhound bus eventually stopped in Secaucus, New Jersey, where the baby was then thrown into a circus tent, and Vance was then raised by clowns and various circus folk, freaks, and what have you. And you got to remember, this is 1836, so that was all okay. And so then they grew up separately on two different ends of the America, and so they grew up very differently. Different. I don't know how to say it, but they grew up different, and then all of a sudden they meet up. And where do they meet up? Most unlikely place, 7-Eleven gas station. It's awesome. They were both filling up, and they both went inside, and they both got Slurpees. Half Coke, half banana. What? And then they looked and they're like, oh my God, I know you, or something. And they were like, oh, they just stood there and stared at each other in the 7-Eleven. And it was love at first sight. And so then they went off and they decided that they would be brothers again. And they decided to make a channel. But they butted heads. One of them wanted the channel to be all dick and fart jokes. And the other one wanted it to be science and nature. And so they had a battle. This is the epic battle. The battle for the YouTube channel name. It's all real. Real history. Our story begins in 1904.
Lin Chokin got away.
I wanted to see what you would do. I wanted to see what you would do. You didn't disappoint. You let 5 people die. And you let Dent take your place.
Hi, America. Been through a lot. But this 4th of July, you don't give up, America. We got a whole country full of Americans. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, they through the night that our flag was still there.
I'm inside a large dump truck right now. As you can see, this is a semi-dump truck. This carries 10 yards in each truck.
My name is Dr. Van Helsing, and I'm here to take care of your vampire problem. May I come in?
Here we are on location.
You're on location right now, looking for the old town of Auburn, Nevada. We're trying to find any remnants of that. Vance right here helping me.
Yeah, it's really exciting working with Creative Cartography because there's no insurance and or safety accounted for in any way.
Okay, because I have a map. I have a map.
We have a map.
I have a map.
That'll save us.
Wait, shit, did you bring the map?
Wait,
You didn't bring.
I was supposed to be. You're the map person. I brought the phone.
We don't have a map.
Damn it. All right,
But we have a map app.
to be continued. I would say yes, there are challenges to having a Lin Kuei Ice Ninja for a roommate. But there are challenges in every relationship. And ninjas aren't all doom and gloom. You know, it's not all about stealth and murder with them, that I've learned living with Sub-Zero. He's a big fan of the prank. Loves to play pranks. Good old Sub-Zero. Who would have known? I would say yes. There are challenges to having a Lin Kuei Ice Ninja as a roommate, but you adjust, you know? Ninjas aren't all murder and gloom. I've come to find out living with Sub-Zero. He's a big fan of playing pranks. Loves to play pranks. Prank, prank, prank. Good old Sub-Zero. But he's a good guy. Great guy. Cleans up after himself. Most of the time. And he's super quiet most of the time. I mean, like sometimes you don't even know he's there, and he is. Anyway, yeah, it's great. He's all right. Now I'm gonna go straight from you down into the shot. So plan it. And no pressure, but it would look cool if you made them all in one shot. Ah, that looked beautiful though. I have a terabyte of memory. You guys are in trouble. Because it's like our relationship. Like sometimes I mess up, but it's mostly your fault when I do, and I'll make up for it on the next try. You kept my ball on that one, and I didn't mean it. I love you. Not your fault. Don't use your witch powers except for good. This one's for you. No more are for you. So Greg went around the corner, and all of a sudden, this is the result.
He made America really great.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
What are you doing? Keep that light off me. What are you doing?
Well, it looks like you're texting and driving, which isn't very safe.
What the hell are you talking about? It's totally fine. I do it all the time.
Look out!
Oh shit!